The big thing to me watching this NC State team is you see so many just knucklehead plays constantly. Just cut out the kind of extra nonsense that you don't need. NC State has opened up ACC play with a victory over Wake Forest, and honestly, the beginning of that game looked like our local high school basketball tryouts. It was so ugly, you could tell both teams were rusty, but all in all, at the end of the day, NC State comes away with a double-digit victory. The big thing to me watching this NC State team is you see so many just knucklehead plays constantly out of the whole group of them, right? It's not even just Kadir, it's not even just D Will at times. You're seeing multiple of them just make some boneheaded plays. And I think what you see from players and teams that take it from good to really good or really good to elite is it's not even necessarily that they get better, but they just cut out the kind of extra nonsense that you don't need. A lot of times, these guys are obviously skilled, talented players. I think this group of players is the most talented group of players they've had in a long time. The only problem that you're really seeing with them is it's just cut out the dumb, boneheaded plays. I watch First Things First, and they brought up a good point with Trevor Lawrence right now. I promise you, stick with me. It's going to make sense. Trevor Lawrence we've seen his ability to throw a good pass and put the ball in the numbers and make deep throws consistent. Like, we've seen him be good, whether he was in high school, his time at Clemson, and even at times in Jacksonville. It was just the boneheaded throws and interceptions and plays he was trying to make where you're just like, what are you doing? Now, do you see him? Is he a better quarterback than he was because he's a better thrower of the football? Or not necessarily. It's more so he just cut out the extra crap. Same thing with Josh Allen. You cut down on the turnovers, he wins an MVP. So that's what I feel like with this NC State team, where it's just like, you don't have to change a lot of what you're doing. You do a lot of good things well. You've been a good second half team. You've got guards that can go. I like Van Allen Lubin a lot. I think they would like to have a little bit more post presence, but it is what it is at this point. You just got to cut out the knucklehead plays. If they just stop that stuff, I think they'd be doing a lot better. I think they win the Kansas game. I think they do better in Maui. And we've seen them beat Ole Miss now. We've seen them beat Wake Forest, which is a huge win for the program, given it's Will Wade's first ACC game. It's a big game in the state to just get that win, whether you think Wake Forest is good or not. The old school Big Four, it is still really important to beat the other Big Four in the state if you're NC State, and they did that today, which is a big win. Some of the stats: NC State won the points in the paint battle, won the points off turnover battle. They won the second half by 9 points, which again, like we said, continues that second half surgence we've seen out of them a couple times this year. They've now won 5 out of their last 6 games after the loss at Auburn. With this state team, I really like that 2-2-1 press that they throw on, because you can see them switching it up, whether it's full court intense pressure, and sometimes it's really just there to slow it down. Wake Forest had multiple turnovers, not even necessarily NC State creating pressure, just Wake Forest trying to take what looked to be open and they oversell a pass, or they throw it into 2 people in a double coverage, and then NC State flips it and gets right up on top of you. Wake Forest really, really struggled with that. I thought Vin was really important tonight too. He's not your best player, but he's going to consistently be one of your most important players, in the fact that at a team that is guard heavy, you asking a ton on a night-to-night basis in the ACC out of Van Allen Lubin. And if he's able to do it and keep up, it's going to be the difference maker in a lot of games. I think NC State has the guard play to match up with anybody in the ACC. It's just going to be the post presence. And it's not even a thing that Van Allen Lubin isn't as good as anybody else, but it's just you don't really have a lot of horses to back. So I think it's going to be really important for him. He's going to be a huge X factor for this NC State team on a night-to-night basis. Can he get D. Will back into rhythm? We saw what he is at Texas Tech, specifically in March. He averaged about 15 points a game in the regular season. I think sometimes people don't always understand that D. Will went crazy in March Madness. He wasn't a bad player in the regular season, but I think sometimes you get this picture of if he's not scoring 22 plus points a night, he's struggling. And the truth is that is extremely difficult to do at the college basketball level. But if he can get back into his 15, 16 and up range, that's exactly what you want. And then he'll have those nights where he does give you 25, he gives you 30. But with those, the numbers play out, just like Will Wade talks about. He believes the numbers always even out. If you're scoring 30, you're going to have a night where you score 10, right? You're just hoping that those nights where he is scoring 10 are games that are a little bit winnable, or games that are more winnable, or they're already out of hand and NC State's able to win comfortably. You don't want the 8 to 10 point game to come against Duke, North Carolina, teams like that. Up next for NC State is going to be Virginia at home on Saturday. That is going to be a huge game. I think it's a game that NC State should have a big advantage in, and the fact that Virginia's coming off a super emotional loss tonight. They've got to turn around basically in 2 days, get to NC State, play another good ACC team coming off a triple overtime loss to their in-state rival, which was an amazing game. If you guys didn't check that out, at least go watch the highlights. Really, really good game to watch. We'll see what else happens for NC State from this point on. Remember, like the video, share, subscribe, get your thoughts in the comment section. Hit subscribe to enter your name in the portal, and we'll see you guys on the next one.